Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Weconomix. I'm Arul,
Hey, I'm Swami.
and today is another episode on tigers. As you may know, we love tigers very much. We put one on our shirt.
That's right.
So Swami, we got a comment. Our first
Yes,
comment
yes. First
on
comment
this video.
No, this is actually the second comment we got on tigers.
More the merrier,
Right.
everyone.
Yeah. So we want to keep talking about the tigers just to keep the awareness going that of the plight of these tigers.
Yes,
Right.
that's-
So, and we got a very pertinent comment here. It hits the nail on the head of exactly what's going on, right? And this comes from, let me take my glasses off here. MSari SMF. I don't know if you're Malaysian, but anyway. So you wrote, such a beautiful beast, an icon for the country. But the people are so greedy. They demolish the jungle for modernization, for commercial purpose. Every day you will see the hills being destroyed, flattened. Yes.
Thank you for feeling our pain, sir.
Yes.
We feel the same every time we see such things.
Right. Don't only blame the poachers, but blame your own people's hands. What is the use of conservation when there are not enough space for these apex predators? There's no point when you're still destroying their habitats.
Very true.
This
We do.
comment actually spurred us to do a bit of research, right? Research on Google, of course. Arul wanted to know.
Yes, because we know the world has what, 5,000 to 6,000 tigers now?
Yes.
Yes. And as we mentioned in our previous video, Malayan Tigers are below 150, could be lower than 100, we
Yes.
don't know. And we just wanted to know how many tigers there would have been 300 years ago. Just not so long ago.
Yeah.
Is
Of course, we cannot get numbers then, but
Yes.
there are numbers from the 1900s. So in the 1900s, the estimate is there were 100,000 tigers.
100,000 something. That is like Maldives population type.
Yes.
Of
So now
numbers.
we've come down to between 5 to 6,000
And that's also after a lot of effort India has taken and the world has taken to some
right.
level.
Yeah. So far, the country that has the most tigers and their population is rising because of positive conservation efforts is India.
Thank you, India.
Right. So India, I think, moved from 2,000 plus tigers to almost 3,000 tigers
Yes.
right now.
I think at one time
And
was
it's a
800.
success
I'm not
story.
sure. We need to check.
Yes. And the Indo-Chinese tiger also, just north, our neighbors, in Thailand and all of that, their numbers have moved from 200 to about 300.
Okay.
So, but still, it's all positive news, hopeful news. But it still begs this point. How much of their habitat is lost?
Yeah. Because I think we always talk about how the reason why we focus on tigers is the number of tigers reflects how much forest coverage or how much habitat there is in this world in a way.
Yes.
It might not be a direct correlation, but there's definitely a correlation.
Right. Basically, tigers live in places where there are enough deers, large mammals for it to survive on, right?
A big amount of space.
And yeah, so you don't have tigers in the Arctic or in the deserts. They need herbivores, large herbivores to survive, right? So that has to be a pretty healthy habitat to produce these large herds of herbivores. If we are to keep the numbers up, we don't have a choice, but number one, to protect what habitat there is.
Whatever there is, whatever we still have left.
Yes.
And
It doesn't
grow
matter
them.
how beautiful it is in your homes and all of that. We have to stop asking for hardwood timber.
I mean,
Right?
how long are we going to keep cutting this timber? It is limited.
It is highly limited. Of course, now there are ag timber, right? And ag timber is, yes, sustainable, but ag forests are not primary forests. They are not forests that has an ecosystem.
Can't host any
Yes, they
lives.
don't have enough food for foraging animals or any other animals.
So it's a very facade forest.
Yeah,
Maybe if you
it's
make it
just
out of
for
egg
it's
timber, it's
grown
just
for timber.
yeah, it's
You
purely
know,
a production
yes,
forest.
animals need food, and food starts from fruit and foraging leaves that animals can eat. Okay, ag forests don't necessarily provide any of that. So you
pure
can go into an
industry.
ag forest, it's an industry, you have tree cover, you will capture carbon, right?
While you don't cut it.
Why you don't, but even when you cut it and you put it in a house, it can hold that carbon for 200 years, 300 years, whatnot. But it's not going to be a place where you have healthy forest that really is a carbon sink, where you have an entire ecosystem, basically a lung of the earth.
Yeah.
An ag forest is not a lung of the earth. And clearly, in Malaysia, where we hope to have at least 100 tigers, it simply means that in order for us to have more of these tigers, to say that we need to conserve and we need to increase their population, we have to increase the amount of forest cover, actual primary forest.
Regrow them.
Regrow, right. So we are talking about forest tech. And there is the possibility of industry in that through carbon credits and carbon capture. So it's a matter of figuring out how much
to match these things
right,
together.
a tree can hold, how much carbon can it sink for 400-500 years once it's full grown, and start growing them. Allow forests to grow not just for timber, but forests that will support an ecosystem.
Basically, heal the world to some level.
Correct.
We really
That's
have
right.
taken this too far. I mean, people have really taken this forest thing. Like I earlier asked you for 100,000 tigers to exist. How would a forest have been? How dangerous would it have been? To me, yes, it'd be so dangerous. Like for anyone to walk in the forest, likelihood of them getting killed by
Yeah,
animals.
yes.
So from that fear, I guess yes, we tried to like.
Rein it in.
Yeah, we try to try to live,
At
try to get
some
all that.
point,
But we went
they were
too
considered
far,
as
too fast.
pests.
Yes.
Too far, too fast.
They were real life monsters,
Yes,
you could see them in
right,
front of your house.
right.
Speaking of tigers, there's this video I saw. I need to show you this video. People say it's AI. You may have watched it. It's about this drunk guy in India who's petting this tiger, and the tiger doesn't do anything. And some people say it's AI, some people say it's not, because it does look a little real, and sometimes very hard to say, especially when the shadow looks real, or the movement, or the weight looks real. So apparently the reason is maybe because the tiger senses danger, and this guy was so drunk he didn't know it was a tiger, and he thought it was a cat, and the tiger was probably confused. I'm not saying the moral of the story to keep tigers is for all people to get drunk, okay? I'm just saying it's just a video.
Yes, so we digress a little bit there. There is another point for us to bring out about our Malayan tigers. That is the number of captive tigers that are there. Okay, because you could say that, well, you cannot keep them in the forest. Let's just have them in the zoos or wherever it is, some sanctuary where you can have 100 tigers or something like that.
Assuming it's the ultimate solution.
Right. So at the moment, there are about 70 to 80 Malayan tigers in captivity.
Yeah, so it's just close to.
And guess where most of them are?
I'm guessing some Western country.
In the US,
Wow.
right? Not even Malaysia, in the US.
So America is keeping one of our most important national symbol alive.
Yes. They are an important reserve. Both the Cincinnati Zoo and Bronx Zoo hold the most number.
And they're just kept as Malayan tigers, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, as Malayan tigers. So there are 54 of them. So they have a pretty good breeding program there, right? But we have to realize, right, breeding in captivity is not the same as wild, right? Because the main thing is, in the wild, the gene pool that you have, it'll be bigger. So now whether 80 tigers are enough for a gene pool to grow to maybe 200 tigers, possibly. Okay, because Malaysia used to have about 300 tigers. So it can be hopeful to hope that we could grow it to about 200 with habitat growth, right? Tigers in captivity itself, if you don't have new stock coming in, to diversify the gene pool, then you'll have too much inbreeding and you cannot sustain that population, right? So just because we have tigers in captivity doesn't mean the species is saved, right?
Doesn't mean it's going to all work out.
Exactly, right.
So, don't know for how long, and also we also don't know how long this program has been and how long this program will also last for what it is.
So anyway, thank you for your comment, MSari SMF. Yes, we are interested in seeing our forest cover grow, our primary forest, and thanks for bringing it up. We will continue to update you on the plight of our Malayan tigers to just keep that awareness going for now. But we are hoping to bring in some people who are real experts in the field,
much
right?
More than what we know.
Yes.
Who are probably as passionate, if not more passionate about this.
And they can probably direct us to what we can do, concrete steps that we can take.
How you can help.
Right. How we can help.
Yeah.
Right. All of us to see that the number of our Malayan tigers start to go up.
Yep.
So the news to get better.
And for that, we do have someone in mind that we will be seeing in our next episode.
Yes. Hopefully you can get him on board.
Yes, I think he would love to. I've already told him about this.
Okay.
Surprise for y'all.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Yes, and please comment. Feel free to comment on this and any of the subjects that we are in Weconomix.
Our topics are broad.
Yes, we are quite broad. So until then.
Thank you for watching. Till then.
Let's strive to thrive.